Good morning. How are you this morning?
Good, but not as good as you apparently are. What's the reason for your good mood?
Are you implying that I'm usually in a bad mood?
Not at all. You just seem in an especially good mood today.
Well, then I guess I've been caught.
Caught?
Today is the day I go in for what could be my last checkup. Just the thought of it can't help but raise my spirits.
Now, Mac, I don't know about last.
Well, it's the last of the serious you can't do this and you can't do that checkups.
Well, maybe. But remember, Russ is your doctor and caution is his watchword.
I know. That's why he's my doctor. And do you know what I think one of his best prescriptions was? That I had to have a round-the-clock nurse if I was going to leave that hospital.
Sandy?
Yeah?
What's the matter?
Nothing.
I got it, Clarice. Your hands are wet. Hello?
Huh?
Oh, honey, hi. How are you?
I'm fine,
What? What?
Well, I'm sort of worried about Jamie. Have you seen him?
No, not this morning. Why are you worried about him?
Well, he didn't come home last night.
Another world.
I mean it.
That's sweet of you to say, Mac.
Having you here in the house with me has been just wonderful.
Well, I've enjoyed it as well. You're the best patient I've ever had.
I mean, apart from your duties as nurse, you're just simply good medicine for me.
Thank you, Mac.
You know, this has been a very demanding time for me. Not only physically, but also emotionally. And every time I needed you, you were there. I just don't think you can know what that's meant to me.
I know what it meant when you were there for me.
You're a very special person, and I can't tell you how much I've liked sharing my house with you.
If I'm to be perfectly candid with you, Mac,
Please do.
it's been a long time since I've been this happy.
Oh, you don't know what it does to me when you say something like that. Hello, Louise.
Mr. Cory, good morning. Mrs. Frame.
Louise, good morning.
Oh, Louise, has Sandy already come down, gone to the office?
No, he hasn't.
Oh, that's strange. He's usually an early riser.
Well, maybe Amanda could go up and wake him.
Amanda's down in the kitchen eating her breakfast at the moment.
Oh, well, it's all right. I'm sure he'll be down shortly.
I don't think so, Mr. Cory.
You don't think so?
I'm afraid Sandy didn't come home last night.
Oh, she's probably a little late.
Maybe. Well, anyway, what time do you have to be at work today?
1.
Oh, lucky you.
Lucky me if you didn't have to work this morning.
Oh, you're sweet. Well, what are you going to do for the rest of the morning?
Well, I think I'm going to go to the hair fair and talk to Clarice. I haven't had a chance to talk to her in a while.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Ooh, lucky me. You know, you and I still have a lot of talking to do. You still haven't told me whether you've decided to go.
I haven't decided yet.
Oh, come on. Hello? Somebody's gone. Are you going to go to Madison or not?
No, I haven't decided yet.
Oh, Sally, I'm so glad you're here. Hello, Leigh.
Hi.
Hi, is anything wrong?
Well, not really. It's just Aunt Liz is having car trouble this morning.
That's too bad.
Would you mind covering the phones until she gets here?
No, I don't mind at all.
Well, thank you. It'd be much appreciated. The ringing is driving me crazy.
Me too.
Well, see you soon.
Okay,
Thanks.
bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Well, I guess I better get going, too. Things look like they're going to start popping around.
Yeah,
here.
it seems that way, huh? Listen, you still love me, don't you?
Of course. Why do you think this thing about Madison is such a hard decision to make?
I know, I feel the same way.
Well, maybe we can talk about it tonight and figure things out, all right?
Let's do that. I'll make sure I get home early.
Well, you do that, and I'll do the same.
Okay.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.
Mwah.
Bye-bye.
Have a good day.
Bye.
Nothing. Come on, I can tell you're upset.
I just don't know if we did the right thing.
Oh, Sandy. But you said...
Miss Cecile, that's not what I mean. You know that.
No, I don't, and I think it's a little too late
Cecile,
for those
please
feelings.
don't misunderstand me.
Well, I guess I do. I mean, last night you said that you loved me, and I believed you.
It's just... You're still Jamie's wife. Legally.
Only legally.
I know, but still, this is his bedroom.
Sandy. It's not really. I mean, it's not really his bedroom. It's not even his house. He always said that he felt like a stranger here, that this was my place.
This
not
is
his.
where the two of you live together. I'm Jamie's stepbrother. It just doesn't
Look,
seem...
none of this matters. If two people love each other. And I love you.
I love you, too. I do.
But
I just don't know if this was the right time or the right place.
Sid, I wanted you so much. I needed you. And I need you now.
I know, babe. I need you, too.
You won't leave me, will you?
Well, I have to go to work, so do you.
That's not what I meant.
Cecile, I think it would be better if I tried to keep my distance, at least until you and Jamie have got things settled between you and the divorce.
Please don't say that. I mean, a divorce takes a long time. I want to be with you and near you. I want to be with you all the time.
I'm sorry, baby. Listen, I don't want to upset you. I care for you very much, now you know that. But right now, I think it would be better if we didn't say anything. If we tried to control our feelings. I mean, we'll be together. There'll be... Are you expecting someone?
No. I just won't answer it.
No, I think you better.
Morning, Cecile.
Rachel.
Is Jamie here?
Don't tell me. You've misplaced your little boy.
Is he here?
No.
Well, I'm sure you won't mind if I check.
Actually, I do mind, Rachel. I told you Jamie's not here. He picked up his things a few nights ago, and he left me. And I haven't seen him since.
Really?
Well, except at work.
Yes, I thought so.
Look, don't tell me that he didn't come home to Mommy last night. I mean, is this what this is all about?
He didn't come home. I thought for a minute that he might have lost his senses and come back to you. I'm glad he hasn't.
Is that all you have to say?
No, I'm afraid it isn't.
And I don't suppose that I can keep you from saying what it is you have obviously come over here to say. So why don't you just spit it out, get it over with, and leave me alone?
You certainly have a way with words, Cecile.
So I've been told.
I really don't understand why Jamie fell in love with you. But apparently he's come to his senses. You must have pulled a real big number.
Me? Me? Oh, no, you're forgetting something here. Jamie is the one who walked out on me. Jamie took his things and left me. Now, I don't think either one of you is in a position to start directing blame.
2 weeks ago, he told me that he was going to do everything he could to make the marriage work. Must have been something pretty significant to make him all of a sudden decide he wanted to move out.
Funny, because I thought the same thing. And do you know how I came to that conclusion?
I haven't the slightest idea.
Well, you see, I thought that Jamie might have gone to you. And you had told him what a terrible woman I was.
I tell him that all the time. He never listens to me. Maybe it was best that he found out by himself.
I'm surprised to hear that you think Jamie could learn anything without your help.
What really happened? What really happened, Cecile?
Ilsa! Ilsa! If it weren't for Ilsa, Tracy would be alive today. I don't believe it. You know, Melissa, I tell Ilsa that I'm jealous of Russ Matthews, and the next minute, Tracy's dead.
Don't. Don't do this to yourself, Jason. Please don't.
What's the use, huh? You know, if we could have gotten this straightened out, we could have a great life here in Bay City.
But we will. We are going to have a wonderful life together, Jason.
So much has to be cleared up before that can even begin to happen.
Well, what is it that you want to do?
There's nothing I can do. I guess the next move is Russ's.
Mrs. Cory.
Well, well, well.
Rachel came by to see if we knew where Jamie was.
Jamie, why? Something happened? Is anything wrong?
I don't know.
He didn't come home to Rachel's last night, and she
I don't know where he is. You wouldn't know where he was, would you?
No, I wouldn't.
I didn't think so.
Look, Mrs. Cory,
Davis.
All right, Mrs. Davis, I don't want you to think that...
Think what? That you were sleeping with my son's wife? Why should I think that? It's only 9:30 in the morning. You come out of his bedroom half undressed. It's obvious Cecile just got out of bed. Why should I believe for 1 minute that you were sleeping with my son's wife in my son's home?
He left her.
Yes. That's where Cecile and I left off, didn't we? I was asking her what made Jamie walk out on her when he was so determined to make this marriage work.
Miss Davis, you've got to believe me. We weren't...
Save your breath.
I'm telling you the truth.
Save it for somebody more gullible than I am. Well, I've got my answer, so I guess I can go. I hope we'll both be very happy.
Yeah, okay, Mrs. Johnson. 3:30 Thursday. Yeah, perm, manicure, facial. Right. Okay, thanks. We'll see you then. Bye-bye. You want to talk about it, Leigh? What's the matter?
Everything's the matter.
Oh, now, surely. You exaggerate.
Well, maybe a little.
Well, why don't you tell me about it?
Well, you know, I got an offer to play hockey in Madison.
Oh, yeah, I heard.
How did you hear?
Well, Denny told Clarice,
And
Clarice told me.
I should have guessed. Yeah, well, did Denny also tell Clarice that he arranged for me to get the offer in the first place? I was very angry when I found out.
Yeah, well, I had a feeling that you would be.
I went over to his office. I was going to rip him apart.
What happened?
He said something that made a lot of sense.
Oh? What's that?
Well, it all boils down to this. He knew the coach, so he arranged the offer, but it's me who's going to be playing hockey. He can't help me once I'm out on the ice. And playing is what really matters.
Well, he's right. You're the one who has to come through.
I know.
So, when do you leave for Madison?
That's what's so confusing. I don't know if I'm going to go.
You don't? Well, I thought that...
I want to play hockey more than anything in the world. It's what I've always wanted to do, you know that. But
what?
it's Sally. She doesn't want to go to Madison. I don't want to go without her.
Ah, well, now that is a tough one.
Yeah, really tough. I want to go so bad I can taste it. But I don't want to lose Sally either.
Well, what does Sally have to say about this?
She doesn't want to go to Madison. She doesn't want me to go, and I can't say that I blame her. I was really angry when I first found out about that, but then I realized that her life's here, her family's here. She loves her job at the complex. Moving would be a big change for her.
So what you're trying to figure out is if you should go to Madison alone or stay here with Sally.
That's it.
What if you did turn this offer down?
What do you mean?
What would you do then? Well, I mean, how would you feel if you turned it down?
Well, I suppose I'd feel disappointed.
That's not a really terrific way to feel, is it?
No, but maybe eventually I could play for the Bay City Blues.
Well, that's a very big maybe. I mean, this offer from Madison is a sure thing.
I know, but...
I think that if things didn't work out with the Bay City Blues and you didn't accept this offer, that maybe you might always wonder if you made a big mistake.
I suppose I would. Are you...
Now, listen, I think that if you turned it down, you know, I would hate to see you, like, age 40, saying to yourself, I could have been a really good hockey player, you know? I mean, it could make you a very bitter man.
Are you
it
saying
could
that...
also make you love Sally a little bit less, and maybe eventually you'd wind up blaming her for it.
Are you saying I should take the job?
I'm saying you should think about it very carefully. I mean, opportunities to play professional sports are few and far between.
I know.
I'd hate to see you throw this chance away and be sorry for it later on.
Sandy. What are we going to do? I mean, you saw what she was thinking.
No, it's okay, Cecile.
No, it isn't okay. I mean, I don't know what she's going to think. I mean, she's always disliked me, and now she can't imagine what she's going to feel.
She's not a big fan of mine either, you know.
And now it'll just make her feel more justified. You know, I was thinking, when I was getting dressed, about what you said about keeping our distance for Jamie's sake. And I thought you were right, and I was willing to go along with it, but...
No, I still think we should.
Sandy, even though Rachel knows...
Yes, even though Rachel knows. Look, Cecile, we've got to do this right. And we can have something so special. But we've got to go about it very carefully.
What do you mean?
Look, Cecile, I'm always in the middle. The people I've loved, somehow, I have always managed to hurt them. Well, this time it's not going to happen that way. Because there's too much at stake. There's you and Mac. And there's Jamie. Now, I love all of you. And I'm not going to lose any of you. So I think we have to wait until your life with Jamie is over. In every sense of the word, before we continue our relationship. Now, can you understand any of that?
I think so. But I love you so much.
I love you, too. You know that.
What's the matter, Sandy?
Well, right now, Cecile, I'm worried about Jamie.
Jamie?
You heard what Rachel said. She hasn't heard from him.
You don't think that he's...
I don't know what to think, Cecile. Do you know what Rachel was saying, don't you? She was suggesting that you and I have been seeing each other for some time, and that's what forced Jamie to leave you.
Well, we know that's not true.
Well, you and I know that, but does Jamie? Or Willie, after he talks to his mother.
And do you think that she'll go to him?
You better believe it if she can find him.
If she does, I don't know what'll happen.
I just hope he's okay. I mean, I wonder where he is.
Look, I'm sure he's fine. He's probably just off somewhere alone trying to sort out his life.
Yeah, maybe. There's another thing, Cecile.
What?
Well, if Rachel believes that you and I have been seeing each other behind Jamie's back, she's not going to hesitate to let Mac know about it.
Yeah, I hadn't thought about that.
I wish there was a way to stop this from happening, but I don't think there is.
What can we do?
I won't lie to Mac, Cecile. Now, you must know that.
I know.
Even though I was hoping I wouldn't have to talk to him about us for some time, I don't think I have any choice.
What can we say?
I'm going to go to Mac today and tell him about us.
What's he going to think of me? I mean, is he going to hate me?
No, he'll understand, Cecile. I don't know what I'm going to say, but I'll make him understand.
How are you going to do that?
Well, I'll tell him that I'd fallen in love with you, and that then I discovered that you felt the same way about me. But only after Jamie left you.
Thank you, Sandy. Mac will believe you. I trust you completely.
I've been thinking.
Yeah.
Look, now Russ is going to find out about this now eventually.
No, there's no telling. He might already know. If he hasn't seen the story in today's paper, he'll probably catch the whole story in tomorrow's.
Probably. And that's why I think that you have got to go and see Russ.
What?
You have got to go and talk to Russ Matthews.
Are you crazy?
No. You got to go. You have to go and explain to him exactly what happened.
And how am I going to do that?
You're going to go and tell him the truth.
Oh, I see. You mean something like this? Hey, Russ, buddy, it was all a big mistake. You were the one who was supposed to get killed. Tracy just happened to get in the way. Huh? Oh, now I bet you're wondering how that happened, huh, Russ? Like I said, it was a big mistake. It wasn't my fault. You see, Russ, old man, I was in love with your wife. Now, I happened to tell a friend of mine, and she says she would take care of it for me. She says she'd handle the whole thing. I guess I was a little thick-headed, though, at the time, because I didn't realize that taking care of it meant blowing you away. When I did finally come to my senses and understand what she meant, I tried to stop her. It was too late. But you understand. Forgive me. No, Melissa. I don't think that's a very good idea.
Well, do you have any better ideas?
No, I don't. Not at the moment.
Then what is it you plan on doing? Just sitting here and waiting until Russ Matthews comes after you?
I don't think I have any other choice. Do you?
Yes, sir. I'll see that Mr. Farragut's your message. Okay, thank you. Bye-bye. Aunt Lizzie, all right?
Oh, yes, I'm fine. It isn't me. It's just the car. When anything goes wrong with an automobile, well, I mean, I just get beside myself. I know as much about automobiles as I do about lion taming. As a matter of fact, I know more about lion taming. What are you laughing at?
You're funny.
I am not.
Is your car fixed?
Oh, no. They're going to call me this afternoon, later on.
Yeah, I guess we've heard that one before, huh?
Uh-huh.
Well, listen, if you would like a ride over to the garage, I'll be more than happy to take you, okay?
Oh, thanks a lot, dear.
Okay.
Sally, you didn't send this over to Rachel.
I didn't know I was supposed to.
Oh, of course you didn't know. Well, don't worry. I'm here. I can handle it now.
Okay. Well, listen, if you want me to help you out in any way today, you just let me know.
Now, run along, dear. I'm just so grateful you were here to cover.
I'm more than happy to. I'll see you later.
You look pretty.
Thank you.
Hello? Hello? Yes, this is Liz Matthews. I need a messenger to deliver a letter to Rachel Davis.
Hi.
Hi, honey. Did you find Jamie?
No, but I found something pretty interesting. I really can't believe those two. I really can't. I mean, it's amazing, really.
Well, honey, look, will you just slow down? Take it easy. Why don't you...
I don't think they have any decency between the two of them.
Rachel, I don't know what you're talking about. Why don't you tell me what's got you so upset?
I went over to the penthouse after I talked to you.
Yeah, to look for Jamie.
He wasn't there.
So, what?
Somebody's already taken his place.
I don't understand.
Bet you can't guess who was at the penthouse.
Cecile.
Yes, Cecile. And Sandy.
Cecile and Sandy.
Yeah. Cecile answered the door, and Sandy came waltzing in later from the bedroom.
What did they say?
They have quite an act going. Lots of concern for Jamie. It's really rather sickening.
Well, that may be true. I mean, maybe they are concerned about Jamie.
Oh, yes, so terribly concerned that they hopped into bed with each other. I mean, it's that kind of concern that has given Jamie most of his problems, you know?
Honey, look, I'm not defending Cecile, but Jamie did walk out on her.
Don't you wonder why? I mean, just 2 weeks ago he told me he was going to do everything he could to make this marriage work.
Yeah, well, obviously something happened.
Yes, something happened. Sandy happened.
Look, I just can't believe this about Sandy. I mean, you know, if he did feel anything about Cecile, I think that, well, I don't think he'd do anything about it while Jamie and Cecile were still married. He has too much respect for Jamie.
Sandy's fooled quite a lot of people, just the way Cecile has. But actually, they're two of a kind, I guess.
Honey, don't be so quick, okay?
To jump to conclusions? I'm not jumping to conclusions. This has been going on for a long time.
Well, I think you're wrong.
I'm not wrong. This is what's caused all of Jamie's problems the last few months, and now we don't even know where he is.
You're assuming an awful lot,
I'm
Rachel.
not. I'm putting two and two together. And I think it's about time that Sandy and Cecile were stopped.
Well, what are you going to do about it?
I think it's about time that someone exposed them for what they really are.
May I ask what you're doing in my office?
Good morning, Cecile. I guess I should say good afternoon.
You didn't answer my question. What is going on here?
Well, I'm moving some of my things into my new office. Since you weren't here, I thought I'd put some of your belongings over there.
What do you mean, your new office?
That's just what I mean, my new office.
No, this is my office. Mac gave this office to me because he knew I needed the biggest and the best. Whose idea was this?
If you'd been here this morning and read your mail, this wouldn't come as such a big surprise.
What? What is the reason for all of these changes?
Oh, it happens quite frequently in business, Cecile.
And I am being moved to a smaller office?
Oh, apparently Jamie thought I would need more room. After all, Cecile, I am the managing publisher of Brava.
Sally gets her own office?
Apparently, according to the menu.
This is ludicrous. There is no need for all of these shifts. Just another way for Jamie to get back at me. I'm not going to stand for it.
It was just wonderful.
See, paying off is...
Hello, Mac. Alice?
Sandy, what a nice surprise to find you here.
Yeah,
Well, if you two will excuse me, I think I'll go check up on Amanda. See you later, Sandy.
Okay, Alice.
I missed seeing you this morning.
Yeah, so did I. I wanted to talk to you before you went in for your checkup. But how'd it go?
Oh, great. Russ says I'm in real good shape.
Good.
And the best news is I don't have to go into the hospital for that whirlpool therapy, but twice a week now.
Well, that is good news, Mac.
Why don't we sit down?
What?
You want to talk to me, I can tell. Let's sit down and be comfortable.
I guess that you know I didn't come home last night.
Yes, I'm aware of that.
Yeah, well, that's what I wanted to tell you about. I spent the night, last night, with Cecile.
You want to give me an explanation for that?
Yes, I feel I have to. I mean, that's why I'm here, Mac.
I'm listening, Sandy.
I don't know how this whole thing started. Maybe it was when Cecile and Jamie were having all those problems around the night of that party. Maybe it was during that whole thing up in the cabin with Cecile risking her life trying to save both you and Jamie. I don't know. But suddenly, I found myself starting to fall in love with her, Mac. I tried not to, Mac. I really did. And I never told her about my feelings for her. But they just kept growing. Even when I had to watch her marriage disintegrate, knowing that there was nothing I could do, knowing that I couldn't get too close or my resolve might break. And then, when I left, after I found out that you were going to be all right, well, Cecile was the one who came and found me and made me come back home because she wouldn't stand by and watch my being your son come between you and Jamie. So I came back for Jamie. But you have to know, Mac, that even though I left because of the troubles I had caused you, I also left because of my growing feelings for Cecile. I vowed that I would never let my feelings get away from me as long as Jamie and Cecile were man and wife.
And now Jamie has filed for divorce.
Yes. And Cecile was hurt and alone, and she needed me, Mac. And Mac, more than anything else in the world, I wanted to be with her. Really, it was me. I wanted it. You can't be angry with her.
Oh, it's not a matter of being angry. To be quite frank, I don't know how I feel. I've just never believed that Cecile and Jamie's marriage was over for good. I've always held out the hope they could patch things up because I felt Jamie was good for Cecile. And more importantly, Cecile was good for Jamie.
Mac, I don't know what to say. I never meant to hurt Jamie. I promise you that. And I never acted on my feelings until well after Jamie had left her.
Well, you'll have to excuse me if I'm a little less than enthusiastic about all this, Sandy.
Mac, I'm sorry. I didn't want any of this to hurt you.
I know you didn't. But I've got to admit, it's a great shock. Jamie know about it?
No, sir, I don't think he does. I mean, he once accused me of being in love with Cecile, and I didn't deny it. But, Mac, believe me, I never acted on my feelings until after Jamie had left her.
Yes, I believe you.
Good. At least somebody does.
What do you mean somebody does?
Rachel came over to the penthouse this morning.
Oh.
Yes, sir, and I was there. She suggested that Cecile and I had something going before Jamie left her, and that was the reason why he's gone now.
Gone? What do you mean gone?
Well, I don't know exactly, but nobody seems to be able to find him. Rachel says that he didn't come home last night, and Cecile was unable to find him at the complex. Now, I called several times from the Ledger today and spoke with Sally. She was answering the phone for Liz, and she said he hadn't come in at all.
You mean nobody has been able to contact him?
No, sir. Now, I don't know what's going on inside his head, but it can't be good, Mac. And if anything happens to him, well, it's my fault. I mean, ever since I came to this town, and because I've stayed in Bay City, Jamie's life has been falling apart little by little until right now he feels there's nothing left for him now.
Jamie was having big problems before he knew about you. I don't think blaming yourself is going to do anybody any good. We don't hear from him soon. I'll see what I can do.
Well, then, what brings you over this way?
I'll bet you have a pretty good idea.
Well, my guess is that it would have something to do with Ilsa Fredericks and your testimony about Tracy Merrill's death?
Yeah, so I'm here. Listen, Philip, you ran about half the story in the paper today.
That's right.
Am I wrong in assuming that you plan to print the other half tomorrow?
No, you're not wrong, Jason. That's exactly what I plan on doing.
Yeah. That's what I was afraid of. Would you please not do it?
Oh, Jason, it's not that simple.
No, I know it's not simple. But you see, Philip, I'm just now starting to get my life together here.
Jason, come on. It has nothing to do with that.
Wait a minute, please. You got to believe me. I really didn't know what Ilsa had in mind. I'll admit, I was in love with Tracy. And I was jealous of Russ Matthews. But not that jealous. I wasn't used to dealing with people like Ilsa. We were in two different leagues. When she said she'd handle it for me, I didn't know she was going to blow up that car. I understood what she meant later on. I really tried to stop it once I figured it out. You got to believe me, Philip. I didn't know.
Jason, I believe you.
Then why do you have to print the other half of the story?
Because it's news.
Well, what good is it going to do? It'll only make Russ suffer more, and it'll probably ruin any chance that I have for a life here in Bay City. Now, printing the rest of that story just doesn't seem to make any sense to me. Really, Philip. Please. At least think about it.
First of all, Jason, let me tell you, I have an obligation as a journalist. And yes, I'll think about what you said.
Thank you.
Jamie? Oh, I thought you were somebody.
Are you Miss Rachel Davis?
Yeah.
I've got a letter for you. Would you sign there, please?
Thanks.
You're welcome.
Jamie. Dear Mom, this is a very hard letter for me to write, but I think if anyone will understand what I'm going to do, you will. I really tried to make everything work, but it didn't. The time is right for me to start fresh. What's happened isn't Mac's fault, so don't blame him, and this thing with Sandy has nothing to do with it either. I just tried too hard and made a lot of mistakes that Mac tried to cover up for me, which in the long run really didn't do me any good. As long as I stay at Cory, I'm never going to know if I can stand on my own 2 feet. And Cecile, well, that's over. I don't want you to worry about me. I'm going to be just fine, and I'll be in touch as soon as I'm able. I won't be far, and if I need you, you'll know I'll call. But please don't try and find me. I need some time. Trust me. I know I'm doing what's best for me. I don't want to leave you now, but I know you're strong. I'm your son, so I must be strong, too. You said you were a survivor, and that so was I. Well, we're going to find out if you're right or not. I love you, Jamie.
Are you angry with Sandy?
Angry? No. Confused, maybe. Not angry, but very, very torn. Sandy is involved with his brother's wife. Well, at least Jamie's wife, legally. I don't know how I feel about that.
Maybe you should talk to Jamie.
I only wish I could. That's the second piece of bad news Sandy brought me. Apparently, Jamie is missing.
Missing?
Well, he's not in Bay City. At least that's what Sandy surmises, and no one is able to contact him.
Matt, what do you think has happened?
I don't know, Alice. I just don't know, and I don't know if it's even too early to be worried about it. After all, Jamie may simply have decided to remove himself from a situation that he's not able to deal with. All I know is that I would feel so much better if I could just see him and talk to him.
Did you try him at the complex?
Yes, Liz says he's cleaned out his desk and he hasn't been into work. I just hope this thing between Sandy and Cecile isn't why he left. And I'm trying to understand what in the world Sandy and Cecile are feeling and thinking about it.
Mac, let me give you a piece of advice that you often gave me. Let your children have enough space to live their own lives, make their own mistakes.
But someone is going to be terribly hurt by this. I don't want that to happen to either one of them.
But, Mac, children get hurt, too, and you can't do anything to prevent that. There's only one thing you really can do.
That is?
You can love them. Just love them.
I do. I love them both very much. I'm just afraid this thing is going to tear them apart for good.
Join us each weekday at this time for the continuing story of Another Worth.